Hi there YouTube friends, welcome back to another episode of Auntie's Kitchen. Simple and delicious food cooked and prepared in South Korea with South Korean ingredients. If you're new to this channel, hi, and 안녕하세요, welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you one of my go-to meals, avocado spinach pasta with lamb chops. And I'm interested, do you have a go-to meal? Leave a comment below and let me know what your go-to meal is. This meal for me is simple, it's quick, healthy and delicious, and it's completely packed full of nutrients, which is always a winner. In the time that it takes us to cook the lamb chops under the grill, I'll put some water on the hob. By the time that comes to the boil, put our pasta in, and while the pasta's cooking, we will get on with preparing the other ingredients. And it is as simple as putting avocado, spinach, garlic, some lemon juice, basil, a little bit of seasoning into a blender, mix it up, and that's my sauce ready. And it really pairs well with the lamb. I think basil and lamb just go incredibly well. It just looks a vibrant dish and tastes incredible. So let me show you today how we make avocado spinach pasta with lamb chops. As I said in the intro, the first thing I do is get my lamb chops under the grill. I get them from Costco, but you can also get them from Home Plus. I season with a garlic parsley herb, you could use fresh if you have some butter and salt and pepper. While a pan of water seasoned with salt is coming up to boil, I prepare my spinach ready to wash in my salad spinner. Pine nuts are expensive in Korea, so I use almonds as a substitute in my avocado spinach sauce. You could also use walnuts, cashews, or even pistachios. Wash your spinach and dry it well. If you don't have a spinner, don't worry, just shake off the water. We are going to add the juice of half a lemon, but I will taste my sauce later on, and if I think it needs a little bit more, I will add more lemon juice then. While you're preparing your other ingredients, don't forget to keep checking and turning your lamb chops. As I turn them, I make sure to coat and glaze them in the butter that has melted in the tray. Lamb chops actually is one of my favourite meats to eat, particularly cooked in garlic. When I first came to Korea, you couldn't find many lamb restaurants, but they're starting to become more popular now in Korea. If you are making a pesto sauce similar to this, but without the spinach, then many recipes call for the Parmesan to be placed inside the sauce as you're making it. But I like just sprinkling a little bit of cheese over the pasta sauce at the end. My water has come up to boil, so it's time to cook the pasta. You could use spaghetti, but I personally like to use fettuccine as it is thicker and there is a bigger surface area in which to hold the sauce. Sometimes when you open an avocado, it can be hit or miss if it is ripe inside, but I was happy when I opened this one that it was a healthy avocado, so I empty it into my blender. When you cut an avocado, you should cut it horizontally, but you will see on this first one I cut it the wrong way, and the reason for this is that it is easier to remove the stone. I'm using an avocado tool, but if you don't have one, then just use a spoon and then a knife to remove your stone. I open up my second avocado and see it's not as healthy as my first, so I just use what I can. This sauce really is simple to make. Next, I place my spinach into the blender. To begin with, I will add in half of my lemon juice and add more later if it's needed. I then add in 1 clove of garlic. Now add in a little bit at a time. It's better to add in a little bit, taste it, and then if you want more, to add more than overpower it with the garlic flavour. Next, I add my almonds. I don't have any fresh basil, so I use basil that I keep in the freezer. I place a large handful of this in my sauce, and because it's in the sauce, it won't matter that it's frozen. I recommend using fresh basil though for presentation. If you don't have any basil, then just use a dry herb. Lamb chops don't take that long to cook. Don't forget they will cook a little more when they rest at the end, so just cook them a little under where you want them. The final ingredients, I drizzle some olive oil, about 3 tablespoons, into the mixer, and then season with some salt and pepper. Fettuccine pasta takes between 8 and 10 minutes. I like it al dente, so I just quickly have a check where it's at and a final check on my lamb chops. I ladle into my blender 2 spoons of my pasta water, as this will help the blender to mix all of the ingredients together. I will then check the consistency to see if I need to add more water. You might need to give your blender a stir inside just to help the ingredients to get going. You don't need to cook your sauce. The boiling water from the pasta sauce and mixing it in with your hot pasta at the end will be enough to heat it up. My lamb chops are done, so I leave them on the side for 5 minutes just to rest. I do a final taste test of my sauce so that the flavours are where I want them to be. I drain off my pasta and now we're ready to put everything together. Personally, I like a thick sauce, so I don't add any extra water, and I think this works well with this pasta dish. I add 3 to 4 spoons depending on the amount of pasta that I have cooked. I mix up my pasta sauce with the fettuccine and then serve up. I not only love the colour of this dish, but it tastes fantastic as well. I sprinkle the Parmesan we grated earlier over my avocado spinach pasta, place my lamb chops onto the plate, and then a final sprinkling of ground pepper. So here we have vibrant in colour, healthy, creamy avocado spinach pasta with lamb chops. If you like cooking pasta, then check out some of the other simple recipes on this channel. Homemade meatballs with spaghetti, tuna tomato pasta bake, creamy chicken pesto pasta, and 2 of my favourites, sun-dried tomato pasta, and for those who don't want to eat pasta, I have a zucchini ravioli that is absolutely delicious. As I say every week, please don't take my word for it. Now go and cook this for your friends and family. I think you will be pleasantly surprised how easy this recipe is. Thanks for your support. I'm trying to improve videoing and editing with each episode. I look forward to seeing you in another episode. Until then, have a great week. God bless.